Hello everyone, Manithral here, and welcome to kind of a suggestion video. This video actually kind of came to me when talking about free-to-play and talking about clans, and there's been a lot of updates dealing with free-to-play and clans lately. And I think that's absolutely fantastic that they're doing more and more free-to-play. But now, here's one thing that always kind of bothered me. There's a lot of content, of course, that is locked behind members, and there's some content that is, just available to free-to-play, which is, I'm all for them getting more and more content. But what's really, giving them incentive to try to actually become a member? And, I kept thinking about it, it's just like, there's not really a whole lot. I mean, they can, look stuff up and, do all sorts of stuff like that. Maybe watch videos, like this one here, and you'll see different kind of members content. But there's nothing like, seeing it in a video. Maybe some people don't even watch videos. And by the way, I got gold guffin. But then there's also the thing of actually seeing it in actual, gameplay. So there is a great deal of difference between the two. And it's just like, well, here's an idea. Instead of people not being able to... That looks awesome. I'm sorry, that looks awesome. Instead of them not being able to see it or participate in it, I understand not letting them do everything. But what if instead of all this restriction of roaming, okay, because let's see, when it comes to going over to Catherby, what's really to come of it? There's nothing. What if we just allowed them to roam freely, so they could come up here and go through the White Wolf Mountain, and then they could go to the other side. See, shouldn't there be a cave right here? Did I miss something? Okay. I was like, I think I found the bug, but no, it's back further than I remembered. Yeah, what's the harm of them coming up here and then going out this way and being able to see more of the members' world? And the reason why I think it's a good idea is because then they get to see more of the world. They get to experience. This is what members' content has to offer. So they can come down the White Wolf Mountain. They could see Catherby. They could interact with like normal stuff, NPCs, and the normal skills they have access to. But then they could have fully participated in, let's say, the RuneFest event. They could have actually, contacted that mod right there. They could see this area. They wouldn't have access to, let's say, everything here. Like, they wouldn't have access to that farming patch, because it's a, farming's that skill. I don't think they have access to the, what is it? Yeah, water obelisk. They wouldn't have access to, the farming patches, but they would get to see this stuff. And they would get to see members doing this stuff. So, my thought is, let's say to start out, we combine a few servers. And see, this is where something's going to come into play too. Because I will go into the servers a little bit here. But see, one thing I'm thinking of is like, okay, they could roam around. They could see all the members' content. They could see what's all here to offer. They wouldn't be able to do everything, like I said, but they'd be able to see everything. So they might actually come across members and fight alongside them in a dungeon and see a member use members' gear and see the damage output, see the abilities they can use, and see the all sorts of different things that are presented to members. They could see it, actual live gameplay, right next to that person. Now, what else does this also present to them? Well, this also presents more of a unity between clan members. So, a clan doesn't have to necessarily be split up between free-to-play and members. They're all in the same world. And why is that good? Well, that helps clans grow. It helps clans build up. Instead of, oh, well, I'm free-to-play, so I don't matter as much to the clan. That might be the case in some clans, but it's not in the case of all clans. So, being able to let them explore this whole area, I see no problem with it. Let them get the full access to the lodestone. Well, excluding, of course, Profundus, because that's locked behind members' content. But see, my thing is, if it's locked behind members' content, let it stay locked behind members' content. If you want to give free-to-play more content, that's fine too. But allow them completely free ability to roam other than stuff that's locked. Like, like I said, like stuff like Profundus, because that is, again, it's behind a member's content. And you don't want to just start giving away free locations like that, because that would be bad for morale for the members, because then members would be like, well, then why am I even paying 1 cent into this when somebody else can access all the same content just by logging in? So you don't want to go to quite that far of an extent, but you do want to go into the extent of, them being able to fully access everything and see everything. I think that would be the main thing. Now, what could this mean for, servers and the worlds? I'll just look at the Hop world list. So let's say to start out, we have 5 worlds so it'd be 10 worlds that would be sacrificed total. But let's say we take the last 5. We have one for Europe, one for the US, Australia, different locations. So let's say we take the last 5. Well, it'd be the last 10. So worlds, they're actually not properly numbered. But we'll take the, let's say 141, 40, 39, all these right here. I know it kind of jumps right here. Let's say we take these last 10, we combine them all into 5 servers. So that's 5 less servers, yes, but those 5 servers can house either free-to-play and members. So then, people could be like, well, let's check this out. And what that would actually kind of do is that would actually boost the amount of people on the servers. So the servers would be more full, there would be more interaction, there would be a lot more going on for people. So that's another benefit to this. So I see no downside to this at all. Because you would have more full servers, free to play would be playing right alongside members, people could actually start playing with their friends, rather than, rather than being secluded to either members or free to play. So the thing is, being secluded are, wow, yeah, this looks ugly when it starts to fall apart. Yeah, it would help morale of free to play. More free play would end up becoming members potentially, because they'd see more, they'd want to experience more. At least I know I would, if I would be able to see people do all this stuff and I couldn't do it, but I want to do it. It'd be more of a driving force behind it. So, I don't see much of a downside to that. So it would encourage free-to-play players. It would allow people to play together. So it's bringing more of a togetherness in the community, which goes alongside of the social skilling. It goes alongside of social slayer. And I understand, them wanting to give more and more stuff to free-to-play, and I think this would actually be one of the perfect ways to do it. The biggest way to do it is just giving them access to all area. Not all content, but all area. It'd be kind of like, right now, I think a good example would be something like World of Warcraft, because every paying member has access to the game. But if you paid for the expansions, you have access to the expansions beyond and those areas. But not so much just the areas, also the content, the weapons, the gear, everything like that. And then the ones that aren't quite as caught up in the expansions get to see all this stuff. They might not be able to go there because it's locked behind the pay part, but they would get to see people with that gear and actually use that gear in some instances, which is probably a big driving force. But now you have a game like RuneScape where it's has the potential to go beyond that. It has the potential to go to the point of saying, hey, you know what? You can see these areas, you can experience these areas, but you're not going to be able to experience them fully until you become a member. So you won't be able to get all the same, you won't be able to fight all the same things because maybe it's a member's dungeon. You can't get access to it. Maybe fighting certain creatures, like with Slayer, is locked behind members' content. All sorts of goodies like that. I think that would be incredibly interesting to see. So that's my suggestion for Jaggets, to look into this and come up with a way that would be pretty good. I personally think that it would be really good in the long run. And in the long run, maybe only have 5 free-to-play and then 5 members worlds only. And then the rest of them are just a combined area. And then reduce the amount of servers. You will once again have full servers. You'll have people wanting to play with their friends. You'll have people wanting to skill with their friends. It's actually a very, very simple idea. Maybe not in the sense of coding, but it's a very simple idea and concept. So let me know what you guys think, and if you want to try to get Jacket's attention with this video, definitely do so, because this could really change the whole game of RuneScape and still make it feel RuneScape. So thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, later guys.